What's up, Spillers? Welcome back to Tea with Tori. I'm your host, Tori. Happy Thursday. And today I have a very special guest. I have Whitney.
Hi.
Whitney, please tell the Spillers, look there. Please tell the Spillers who you are and what you do.
Hello, I am Whitney Meihwa Strong. I am a fitness expert and nutritionist, and right now, all things postpartum.
I absolutely love it. I love that you said expert.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people are like ashamed to like toot their own horn. They're like, I do blah, blah, blah. Like you're like, I'm an expert. That's what's up.
They say to become a master, 10 plus years. But I don't think people understand. It's 10 plus years of consistent learning, consistent practice, like mastering your craft. You can't just be working out for 10 plus years. You need to be nose in the books, like
educating yourself.
Yeah, if the body changes, what we know about the body and what we know that helps the body changes so much. Like you have to stay current.
So what initially got you into fitness? The fitness lifestyle.
So I am an athlete. Played basketball my entire life. It put me through everything. High school, I got a scholarship to play high school, college, like pro, all of it, right? I should have went overseas. I didn't. And then I was so happy to be done with it. But then I realized, ew, my body. I don't actually feel good. And I don't want to look like this. Like, let's figure it out. I've been in the gym, weight room, but we don't, unless you have, like my coach made us take it serious. So that's like having a trainer.
Yeah.
Once you're out and you've never like done it for yourself, I'm like, what do I do? Like
Literally.
I just followed the regimen during college. Like, what am I doing? And I had to learn because I wanted to do it right. And then it just took off. I think I was 21. I was done with basketball. 22. I was 22, done with basketball and looking at my body like, no.
This is not it.
This is literally, no. Like, it's boxy. What's happening? I've never been like crazy, but I didn't feel good. And now I have learned over those years why I fell in love with fitness, because it stopped being about what I look like. And it started being about how I feel in every way. And that I fell in love.
I feel like especially like the toxic mentality of society is like you work out to get skinny.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the only reason that you work out. You eat the smallest amount you can eat and you run on the treadmill for 17,000 hours and you try to be the skinniest person you can be, especially like it's gotten way better with like body positivity. But when we were younger, like the Paris Hiltons and the like Coke heroin chic and everyone's wearing double zeros that fall off their hips and no one has a butt, no one has body. Like that whole mentality I feel like was such a toxic thing. And I started weight training around when I met my man because he grew up with NFL, doing all that stuff, very into weight training. And I was like, I don't want to get like bulky. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Every female, I just don't want to get like buff. Like, I don't want to look manly. And I'm like, okay.
He's like, babe, you're lifting a 10-pound dumbbell. You're not gonna get bulky. Like, you're not gonna get bulky. Trust me.
Like most women are lifting 10-pound dumbbells.
Talking about I don't want to get swole. Like, girl.
Do you know? And then barely eating.
Literally.
The math is not mathing.
The math is not mathing.
Do 500 push-ups a day, but keep eating a couple salads and having your, what is it that? Because that used to be me. This is me. I'm talking about me.
You're like, she is me. Asking for a friend, and the friend is me.
The coffee. I used to get...
What?
The cold coffee. What is that? Like
cold brew?
The cold brews. Walking around with my flavored cold brew, not hungry because I'm drinking a large coffy all day, suppressing my appetite. There, I saw a meme like, for all the women that need to know, ice cold brew. Is it? What is it? Iced coffee is not a meal plan.
It's definitely a meal plan.
Like, now it has to be matcha. Guys,
Literally.
guys, matcha is not a meal plan. Like, that has to be said.
Someone has to tell somebody.
It's like, it's American. It's American, like these things because...
Well, because the food's killing us here, so.
But then we have matcha, right? Like matcha's in a lot of different cultures, but the matcha we do, like the matcha tea, is normally from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
They're just for their health and skincare.
Yeah, well, it's not heavily sweetened and freaking...
Matcha, like, learning about it because I just think it tastes like what horse food smells like.
Oh,
for me.
Yeah, unless you put all the sugar in it, yeah.
Can't stand the, like, nothing about it. So learning about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it is a fountain of youth, kind of. If you drink it as bitter as the Japanese drink it.
Yeah, if you drink it the way it's supposed to be drank.
Our little segue of matcha is hilarious.
Literally, I would like the matcha latte with 7 pumps of vanilla in it, and
yo, the pumps is crazy.
The pumps is crazy. As I sit here with my Starbucks. It was sugar-free. It was on the way. I'm a Dunkin' girly, but like there's not enough Dunkins out here, bro.
I need to learn about Dunkin'. People keep telling me.
I love Dunkin', but it's just like for every 20,000 Starbucks, there's one Dunkin' on the West Coast. On the East Coast, there's more Dunkins.
Starbucks is actually disgusting.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's horrible.
And I was addicted, like addicted in my first few months of pregnancy. That was the only, pregnancy, of postpartum. That was like my thing. A venti.
Right I'm literally me right now. I was
ventis.
Obsessed my entire pregnancy with the Impossible breakfast sandwich. I would get like 2 of them. And now I'm like, did I crave it? I would literally wake up, I'd be like, Impossible breakfast sandwich.
I'm screaming.
Give me that.
I
started like making my own versions of them at home, like getting the Impossible patty, like making it was a real thing.
Oh my God, the Starbucks warm-up one. Yo, that's wild. That's
almost 0 nutritional value.
So I just learned, thank God, I was just a coffee queen. During pregnancy, I didn't though. Like
I went to matcha during pregnancy.
I didn't do anything. I was so like nothing. I barely ate, I feel like, during my entire pregnancy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I barely ate.
I ate everything that crossed my path.
I wish. Did you have morning sickness?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see?
The first trimester was dog shit.
I was on the floor for hours a day, 8 to 12 hours just on the floor, like feeling like, why am I here? Like
it feels like you're hungover.
Anything. It
feels like the worst hangover.
Oh my God, yes. I haven't had to.
You're nauseous, you're fatigued, your brain fog.
Once you move, you try to put anything in your system.
It's like,
wow. You had a baby? Yo, did you have... That was
She's
rough.
6 months out. Literally, this Monday was her 6 months postpartum.
Amazing. You have a 6-month-old. Whee! That's amazing. Boy or girl?
Boy, he was at the event.
Oh, yeah, at the mommy day.
You were holding him the entire time. He laid, yes. I am so sorry. I was literally like,
I feel like I've met her.
But I was like, I probably saw her at on Tori's page or something. Literally, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I've seen her. I know her. But oh my gosh. Oh, hi. That's amazing. Wow. Shine. Babies.
How old is Shine now? Is she a year?
What's today? The 27th? In 2 days, she'll be 15 months. I have a 15-month-old. It's psycho.
It's insane. Isola's a month and a half away from a year.
That's so
And I'm like, what?
First of all, I'm so excited to take Shine to a birthday party.
Literally. I'm like, I'm throwing a children's birthday party.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I think about that. People look, like my friends, when we FaceTime, they're like, you have a baby. I'm like, I know. They're like, didn't see it coming. Like, and they're so happy. Everyone is so happy that I had a baby.
Field.
But they're like, you had a baby. Like, I was supposed to be rich auntie forever. There was no child in Whitney's future. No one saw it coming. It was like, people are more shocked than I am. I'm shocked. I'm like, what?
So obviously, Shine was a surprise. Walk me through that surprise. Like, how did you handle that? How did you accept that? Why did you choose the decisions that you chose? Which we're in America, we have all the choices to make.
Yeah. So me and Jeremy, it's in the beginning of our relationship. I guess it's how we started off, actually. I made it very clear to him. This is actually has to be the disclosure. I don't have a lot of sexual experience. He's my first boyfriend. I lost my virginity to my best friend because I was like, I don't want to die a virgin. And I've had like one other experience outside of that. So I met Jeremy like, oh, you're nice. You're clean.
You're nice, you're clean.
I like who you are. The American thing, and this as a testament to like it matters who's around you. I had women around me that were like, you need to have a whole face. Like you've never, like have some experiences. And I was like, yeah, I should have some experiences.
Let me get out there.
I wouldn't have lasted too, like thank God. Like I was like, Jeremy, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay, sure. Like, okay. Like we started hanging out for a few months and it maybe it's like 4 months in, I'm like, okay, we could try a little something. Immediately, I'm like, hey, I call them schmishmortions because abortion is just so taboo for
Don't
people.
talk about it.
So I'm like, a schmishmortion. Like, I was like, he was like, what? I was like, an abortion, okay?
Tell me put the bass in my voice.
I was like, I believe in them. Do not play with me. And that's kind of where I stood, right? Now here we are married, and I'm thinking, also, we went celibate. So we went for the last year of our like relationship, we practiced celibacy. And I was just excited I'm laying this down for you guys because you're gonna understand my reaction when I explain how I was.
A third human coming about.
So I was excited to be married and have all the sex in the world. Like,
yeah.
We are traveling. Like, you were supposed to be the beginning of my whole phase. That didn't happen. Now I'm
you're
married.
My husband.
2 years later, I'm married to you. Okay, thank you, God. But then in the last year, we don't even have sex because we're getting closer to God. So we go to Bali, we go to Mykonos, we go to all of these islands where I'm half naked, we're drinking, I'm in a bikini.
All you want to do is have sex.
We had in Bali,
like,
our
that's
private
the itinerary
pool.
is like drink, food, sex, drink, food, sex, like dance, drink, food, sex.
Literally. So I'm excited. We couldn't do any of that because we love God. So I'm excited. We're married. Let's go everywhere and have sex.
It's time.
I'm pregnant. What? I didn't travel to the end of my pregnancy for my maternity photos. When I found out I was pregnant, Jeremy already knew. He was joking.
How do they always know?
Before he told me, I found out at 4 weeks. I'm 4 weeks.
I found out at 5.5, and he'd been telling me for 3 weeks. He's like, "You're pregnant." I'm like, "No."
So 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before that 4 weeks, when he forced me to take the test, he was like, "No, you need to. I'm about to leave. You need to take. I'm telling you, you need to leave." He had a trip, so he forces me to take this test. 2 weeks prior, he had told his friends, "Oh, I got to get home to my pregnant wife," and he said he was laughing, and he's in the car driving. Whitney's pregnant. And he's just happy. And for 2 weeks, Jeremy is so happy. And he's like he's like talking to me different. He's like, and then that 2 weeks later, I am 4 weeks pregnant in his mind. Or he doesn't know how far along I am.
Just that you are.
But I'm pregnant. He's like, here, babe. He goes to get oatmeal, milk, eggs, and bacon for our breakfast. That's what we ran out of. Comes back with a pregnancy test. I'm just laughing. He's like, no, can you please just take it? I was like, okay, let's film it. Like, pregnancy scare. When that second line
popped,
in the video, I stand up and I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, it's not happy. It's not cute. It's like
shock.
And I'm just, no, no. And Jeremy describes it. I back into the wall. Like, he's like, it was such a movie scene. I back into the wall and I slide down, like, my back. He says it's like a Tyrese, like some kind of R&B 90s, like, no.
Literally like a trapped in the closet type of.
And I couldn't. I just am sliding down the wall.
Dissociating.
Like, no. My OBG was very consistent, like, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? And I kept, my mind hasn't caught up to my heart yet. Just chill. Like, no. I was not happy to be pregnant. My heart knew it was amazing. I was in love with everything.
It's
but
terrifying.
My mind was like, I don't want to be a mom. I want to be chilling still.
Literally.
I'm selfish. Like, I want to be like, I have to be unselfish so much for my husband.
Mm-hmm.
This is I have a little bit of selfishness for me right now.
Yeah.
The second you become a mom.
That's gone. Yeah.
And I couldn't wrap my mind around it my entire pregnancy.
No way.
I didn't even think about birth. I thought about the recovery. When I was when I was at home, I was like, oh my God, babe, do you know, I'm looking at him. I was like, do you know where she has to come out of? And it registered, oh my God, I'm going to give birth. Something's coming out of this vagina.
Yes.
It registered in the moment I was giving birth. I spent 9 months thinking about making sure my postpartum was good. Did not stop to think about
Birth.
shook. I was shook.
What made you want to do natural childbirth?
My mom had 9 children natural, and I didn't see any other way. That was it.
Mine's kind of the same. My mom did all 3 of us natural, and I was like, that's how you give birth. That's
it.
what you do.
That's it.
You just you do that shit.
You do it.
You fucking bite down on your pillow and you get it done.
That's it. You don't do anything else.
When did you finally start like getting excited? Was it once you had her?
No, periodically. Like, she would move, I would talk to her. When God would allow my like hormones to rest, and then I can have a moment to like, wow, hi, shine. And then it would be back like, oh, I'm pregnant. I also didn't sleep, so that.
Is she sleeping through the night yet?
No. No.
I was so hoping you were going to say yes. Does she still breastfeed through the night?
Yes.
Same. Okay.
That is the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
Hands down about being a mom.
It's been about a year now that I haven't slept through the night because the last like 2-3 months of my pregnancy, I wasn't sleeping through the night.
Same.
You have to pee, you're uncomfortable. I have
come.
not slept more than 3-4 hours consistently since
7 months.
Yeah.
7 months.
It's so fun.
My daughter is 15 months.
Yeah.
Your daughter is about to be 1 year old. What's the math? I'm like,
Really, it's more than that. It's like almost 2 years because you're pregnant. You can't really sleep while you're pregnant.
Literally.
So it's way more, just double the time.
I'm so tired.
Exhausted.
And I'm trying. Literally, like.
Concealer helps.
For the gym, I put blush on.
Literally, my man's like, why are you doing your makeup for the gym? I'm like, because I can't look in the mirror at myself looking like this and be inspired to do some shit.
Seriously. When men talk about women in makeup in the gym, like, relax. You do not know why she's wearing it.
I'm like, y'all don't even know what 6 feet is in 6 inches, so.
Like.
I'm not going to believe you understand this part of the process.
At all. Like, yeah, concealer and blush for all the moms out there. Learn concealer and blush.
My like base go-to is like tinted moisturizer, concealer, eyebrow gel, blush. Or I feel
to get a better eyebrow gel. Yeah.
I literally feel like someone drained the life from me.
Yeah, dang. I need to do that. I need to get eyebrow gel because I'll probably, make you feel a little more alive.
Even if it does nothing, it just makes me feel like a human. And I swear by my lashes being done. If my lashes aren't done, I feel dead. I feel like a naked mole rat.
I just did my lashes and I was like, I'm like in such an unsexy and unfeminine season right now that I was like, I need to touch my eyes. I've never been that way. I literally am like, what?
That's what I've been in like the serious process of breaking out of, because I feel like no one really talks about this, because like once you have a kid, everyone talks about like being a mom. Are you doing this as a mom? How are you as a mom? As a mom, as a mom, as a mom. But no one talks about really like, you'll hear the conversation about the roommate phase with your man of like, you guys just kind of coexist and like do things together. But I really had no comprehension on the hormone switch even of like your sex drive.
Yeah.
Because I used to be like the 3 times a day, like anywhere, any place, anytime.
Swear.
And that disappeared for like a good minute. And it was kind of scary. And I was like, am I ever going to be like this turn up sexy queen again? So it really took like having to like get into that mental place of not just feeling like I'm a mom, but after you give birth, like you go through so much to recover that all your energy is basically going into like, how do I heal physically? And then how do I take care of this thing that I'm supposed to know? But you're a woman, you should know how to take care of a child. Really? Because you know how to be a dad off the rip. Everyone knows how to be a mom. Just the second something pops out of you, you have all this knowledge that downloads from where the quantum universe. Like, no, you're going through this like crash course in being an actual parent. You're trying to heal your body. The last thing I thought of was like, oh, let me get hot, let me get sexy.
There's the totality of the 4th trimester. But they speak about the 4th trimester in like code, I feel like. Because the things that I'm experiencing, that wasn't in the book.
No.
Like, it is...
No one wrote that book.
And then, like, my husband telling me, no, but you're a natural nurturer. Yeah, but there's also just straight efficiency. Like, I'm so thankful that he took on, like, it was, for the most part, the partnership, like, when I gave birth, he caught her, right? So, like, he delivered the baby.
Yeah.
I didn't touch her for the first 45 minutes. I was so I was tired. I remember the hormone drop. I was freezing.
Did you get the shivers?
Yes. I was just done. They brought her to me. I was crying. I was like, hi. And I was like, I think she's cold, take her. But I think I was crying because I was like, what the heck just happened? And I gave her. I didn't feel that connection until hours later. So I think that an instant, like Jeremy stepping up, right when she's born, he's holding her. He was like, oh, she's kind of slippery. Like,
literally.
He's like, take off all my chains. Like, he took off, he had my robe on.
He did skin to skin.
He did skin to skin. She stayed on her umbilical cord for like an hour, and he just laid with her. And that like set the tone. So sorry. That set the tone for my helper. And because of the unsexy phase is so much more than just not feeling sexy. I was looking in the mirror like, who is that?
Girl.
Like, I would look at my face and I'd be like, we always joke about body dysmorphia, like in the fitness world, right? But I'm like, I'm literally not knowing that person's face. I don't see Whitney.
Yeah.
That disconnect, I was very disconnected.
How much weight did you gain during pregnancy?
60. I got to 210. I took a fall, said, that, I'm not gonna lie, that moment was so amazing to me because I never thought in my life I would.
Same. I was like in shock.
I was like, I'm over 200 pounds. Okay, the comeback's gonna be real. No. The comeback is not cute.
I am still working on the comeback. It's almost a year and the comeback is still coming.
The comeback is still coming. And that people need to realize that is so okay. Like, I'm breastfeeding. My body is bloated in areas like I didn't, they say, oh, breastfeed.
You're gonna get so skinny.
It's literally God's liposuction.
Who said that?
There's so many doctors say it's number one way lipo. Chill out because
Who said that?
water retention is real. Like, my body's always storing water for my boobs. Hunger, lack of motivation to go to the gym. Like, chill out. Like, let's stop talking about breastfeeding as liposuction and losing weight.
Like, it's fucking Ozempic over here.
That's all I heard about it, that I actually started saying it.
Literally.
Now breastfeeding, I'm like, this is the ratchetest thing I could ever done for myself. And the most beautiful thing I could do for my child.
Literally.
But it keeps me in my ugly, this, what is it called? The phase, what phase are we in? The roommate phase.
Oh, yes. Where your boobs are out all the time, but in the non-sexual way. Sexy. So now, honestly, I have my boobs out, and he's just, going about life.
And I'm like a little, because now they don't feel like, they're not sexy. They don't even feel like mine. So that's, having my cleavage out is out. Like, my butt isn't
If my
the
cleavage
same.
is out, she's like, it's mealtime.
Exactly.
Literally, on my chest, I'm like, ma'am.
If I'm in a tank top and she sees anything, so I'm in big t-shirts all the time, that doesn't help.
No.
It doesn't help you, get back to, if you are sexy, if you are feminine, if you are, so womanly, it doesn't help.
No.
The roommate phase. In order to be a man to a woman, you have to feel like a woman. Or a man to a woman.
A woman to a man.
A woman to a man, you have to feel like a woman. I feel like a mom.
Literally.
Yeah. I feel like a mom.
And it's crazy because it's the most beautiful journey ever, but it's literally a death and rebirth of yourself and discovering who you are again and how to live these multiple different lives essentially at the same time. Especially if you're also a woman that works, if you have a career and goals and things you want to do with your life. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of women that oh, I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Power to you, girl. Bless up. But to actually okay, I'm breastfeeding and working on mock-ups for my podcast, freaking sizzle reel and all these different things. And then, she's in bed. It's not just me vegging out on the couch. It's now I have to spend time with my partner and I have to make sure that relationship is still alive and happening. And it's sexy time, but now she just started crying. Do we finish or do we stop? Do we pause or do we just find a...
Literally. Wow, when that first happened to us, it was so awkward because we were in the same bed. It was so awkward. She's 6 months and she's just sitting up. So I think, she's 6 months. So when she wakes up, it's not just raising her head. She sits up.
No, it's the full...
And then she just looks at us. And I was like, get off of me, right? Literally. I tried to put her back to sleep. I was patting the butt. The second she was like, I'm up, I was like, get off of me right now.
Literally.
No. Not sex with a child. I didn't believe.
They don't talk about this in the books.
And if they say, oh, you're gonna be sexless for a while.
Okay.
I'm horny in the mind all the time.
Literally.
We're gonna get it popping. Even when I want to, it's even when he wants to,
because it's still the turning off of the brain of mom mode.
But also she's always there.
They're always there. Always there. Always looking. Always wanting attention.
She's always there.
Oh yes, I have to ask that question.
Oh, no, your partners. You said you wanted to be sure to mention them.
Oh yes, I will. It's when I ask the question about wellness. Okay. I have to say it's with the partnership.
Okay, I just didn't want you to forget.
Yes, thank you. So your man travels a lot.
Yes.
So I feel like you kind of spend some of your time as not a single mom, because like single mom is like you're fully financially supporting yourself. You're fully, like everything is on you. But what is it like for you taking care of your daughter without like that second partner in the house all the time?
Actually, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think, before I answer that question, sorry, do you think single mothers are, to be a single mom, you can't have any support?
I feel like you, from family and from friends and stuff, but from
No,
a,
like
a second partner.
From your partner. If there's only, like, say your man was only giving you money, are you a single mom?
To me, yeah.
Me too. That's such a hard, that's not our case.
No, I'm like, you need the emotional support. You need like that bounce off of like, she just stood up for the first time today. Like to not have someone to share that with, I feel like is a much different situation than they're just not physically there. That's why I say like, you kind of live like this dual life of like,
oh, yes.
but you still call him, you still have someone else to like, because my man's been like back and forth with training camp too. So I spent 1 month where he was fully not physically there. But I'm like, at the same time, we still check in every morning, check in every night. We're throughout the day. Like, I know I have that person to depend on that cares just as much as me.
Yes.
So that to me, I'm not a full single mom, but there are a lot of single mom aspects to having a traveling partner. Like your man's in the NFL, so he's traveling city. Your man's in the Army, so he's not like, you don't have you have the emotional support, financial support, but you are lacking that physical support. Which you're lacking the physical support with the baby, you're lacking the physical support with yourself.
Everything.
Because people are literally like, oh, like, how are you holding up? I'm like, honestly, my family lives really close. Like, the baby stuff is not the hard part. It's like, I want to be hugged, man. I want to be touched.
Yes,
like,
yes.
That's the stuff that I'm like, okay.
Yes. Yeah. When Shine was born, Jeremy, within like 3 weeks, he had to go to Mexico for a few days. That was tough. But then when she's a month and a half, he's on the road. We knew it was coming. I didn't know how it was going to be.
How it was going to feel.
He's on the road for 3 months. So I'm at home with a 1 month old. And I didn't realize. We laugh now because hindsight.
2020.
I was in the trenches of postpartum. I didn't know it. In my mind, there's no way it could happen to me. I am so mentally strong. Like, I am different. My resilience, different.
It's that Sag vibe.
There's no way. Postpartum, I'm going to eat and get my son, like go out in the sun, walk around, get my fresh air. I was in the trenches.
And I'm going to breastfeed and snap back. He's going to come back. Everything. My body's going to be tea.
Oh my God, I said that. I said that to him. So my poor husband, like that poor man, I put him through the ringer. I was so upset. I just feel like a single mother. Like I didn't know at the time, they tell me later, like, man, Whitney, your man was struggling on the road. Like, he was sad. And I was so wrapped up in my own BS to feel like a single mom, or he's not here, which he's calling every day. I don't even want to talk. I'm like, here, pointing the phone to our child.
Look at the just baby. Like, literally, you're like, this is what I'm doing all day.
Yeah, it felt like I was in the trenches. And I had to realize, like, because I stopped working. And even that, I felt resentment. Like, I had to stop working, yes, because Whitney, you don't want a nanny right away. We decided you wanted to be everything to Shine as much as you could for as long as you can. This is your idea. I had to tell myself that later. I had so much resentment that he left. You left me.
He's like,
you left to go provide for our family.
God, you're so horrible.
And for the first time, Jeremy he is so important in his work. Like he's like one of the top in his field, right? He loves what he does. And for the first time, he didn't want to travel. He didn't want to go. For the first time since we've been together, he didn't want to go. And I felt so bad for him. But so hormonal
That you're like, I don't care what
don't
the hell
care.
you're going through.
I didn't. It didn't get easy. Like, every time we had to leave, I was like,
Fight you.
every time, I'm done. When you come back, I'm gonna be gone. It didn't get easier until I realized, and I got out of, like, I think the biggest phase of postpartum depression. When I got out of that and I realized, oh, Whitney, you have to change your perspective as a woman and as a mother and as a wife. Or your family, and
You're gonna drown.
You're not going to make it.
Yeah.
If you do not change your perspective and understand that one day, your daughter is not going to need you the way she needs you now. That's going to hurt. I don't care what you say, Whitney, that's going to hurt. You better be so thankful that you can be who you are to her right now. And you better be so thankful that he's busting his butt so that you can be here. So I don't miss anything. She's so happy. She's so healthy. She's so smart. And she's experiencing a different type of security that I never had as a child. And that's because of your husband, who, yes, he has to travel. And guys, we're not talking about like a few. Shorty's
Like
gone
6
for like
weeks at a time.
Weeks at a time, different time zones, 15 hours, 17 hours, like gone. But I had to realize, we need this though. In order for our family to function as their highest, in their highest potential, you have to go. And now it's like, I got this, babe. You don't have to trip. I'm holding down the fort. You don't have to worry about my mental health, my emotions anymore. You're right. You have to go, and I have to be here. And that is literally how it's designed. You don't have the boobs. I do. You don't have the heartbeat that she still remembers. You don't have
You didn't grow
everything. Yeah. And changing my perspective is the only thing that helped me in this entire journey of motherhood, actually. Everything.
So you kind of touched on like postpartum recovery and fitness journeys. Like when, obviously, I know the reason why you started getting into postpartum fitness because you were experiencing it. But what made you want to take it from just like a self thing that you were going through to like actually helping other women through their postpartum journey?
Everything I learned was wrong. OBGs, don't listen to them unless they had a child, unless it's a woman, unless they had a child and went through it themselves, unless it's a man who has done the proper research, a woman who has done the proper research. They don't know. An OBG can monitor your baby and monitor your pregnancy and deliver your child, and that is it. But to check on you 6 weeks and tell you you're okay is wrong. To not have any like information of your pelvic floor, to not explain to women, oh, your body just went through a major, major, major trauma. You have to take it unbelievably slow, but also push yourself to gain strength as a human being. So just as a human being, so you don't have to deal with chronic back issues 20 years later. So you don't have to deal with a extremely loose stomach that you don't love aesthetically, or that doesn't feel like that weighs on you and weighs on your upper back and weighs on your lower back and messes with your hips. Oh, you need to, they don't tell you that your pelvic floor can really be messed up, and you won't find out till years later because it's a slow deterioration. Finding out all of that, I was like, oh, we need to talk about this. Like, see, I actually have this rant that I'm trying to edit. If you had a C-section, you had major surgery. I just had an ACL and MCL repair. The whole like red carpet is laid out. This is major surgery. They want to give me any kind of medicine, physical therapy for 6 months, all of that. Where is the same care for women that got 7 layers sliced out to have their baby? That is major surgery. That is crazier than my knee because my organs didn't get to...
removed from your body and then thrown back in.
Nothing about a C-section is natural. That is major trauma to the body and major, major surgery. And that's really learning about that was the number one reason why I was like, oh, as a natural birth, okay, I can figure out this wave.
Mm-hmm.
I know more, so I know how to ride the wave instead of just float to shore. And I want women to be able to ride it instead of just float. And then C-section, you guys do not have to be in so much pain and have such a weak core and have such sciatica. Like that comes from, a lot of it comes from not being able to really move and maneuver under a braced core.
Yeah.
Diaphragmatic breathing. It's like the most simple thing any woman can start. And that just realizing, oh my goodness, women are treated so terribly in America after giving birth. I was like, what can I do to help?
For women that don't know how to activate their core, because literally what you taught me, I still do every single day, whether I'm driving my car, whether I'm at the grocery store, whether I'm cooking dinner with her on my hip. Can you just give them like a little, like quick little coach about what to do?
So there's two like visuals I can give, right? One is, say there's a blueberry. Do you have anything? Or, okay, here's my phone. Imagine sucking your phone up through your vagina, up through your stomach, up through your ribs, through your esophagus, out your mouth. Breathing it out. I'm breathing back in. Like, so I'm breathing in. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're literally breathing in, and then you've sucked in that blueberry, and now you're breathing, you're pulling it. As you're exhaling, you're pulling it up and out. So your core is doing this. Your ribs are last to tuck in, and then it's out. The most simplest way until you can get like the complete like technique is suck in your stomach as hard as you can. Just suck it in, hold it there, and learn to talk and breathe under it. Just hold your stomach. And then once you get that, squeeze your vagina. Squeeze the inside. We all
Kegels.
do it. We all do it. Squeeze that, suck in your stomach. And just, now we're talking, my stomach is sucked in, we're talking, and da-da-da-da-da. I got that under control. Now my vagina on the inside, I'm squeezing. I'm doing Kegels while sucking in my stomach.
What's crazy is when you first told me about this, I could not hold this shit for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I could not. And this is coming from someone that, like, I was a gymnast. I did yoga.
You have an amazing core.
Literally. And I couldn't hold my core in for 30 seconds. I'm walking my dog. I'm like sweating, trying to hold my freaking core together.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
No one talks about this shit.
No one talks about
because
it.
even if you start trying to get bit, you're like, oh, I'm going to do crunches and I'm going to do planks. And it's like, no, that's
can
not
hurt
even.
You.
Literally, that could make it worse.
That can make it so, like, entirely worse. Yes.
So that's like, I wanted you guys, that was for you guys because
it's a big deal.
It changed my postpartum recovery, literally just that one tip that you gave me.
It helps your back. So like learning, like at the end of the day, ladies, we had a baby. Your back is affected. Your back is affected. You're walking around with this big old belly. Like you don't have the perfect posture. I don't care who says what, unless
you're
have
like this.
Your back is affected. When you give birth, your back is affected. Your back. Your back is actually the biggest part of your core. So when you're embracing your deep muscles, right, you are releasing all of the complete tension on your back. The load that is on your back, you're helping. This is like, now I'm using both hands instead of one. I'm using both arms instead of just my palm. When I embrace my core, my back my back gets an amazing, amazing relief. That helps. Like ridiculous.
I love that. So, one of my partners, Sports Research, we have been on this whole journey of wellness together, and their whole stance that they have is generational wellness and wellness being passed down through each generation. So, through fitness and everything that you do, mind, spirit, body, soul, did you get your wellness journey passed down to you, or did you have to self-discover it? And also, what do you want to pass down to Shine for her future wellness journey? Well, it's always, it's continual, it's your whole life, but
Yeah. It's self-discovery completely. Along self-discovery, but with the help of like NASM and like, just getting certified. There's so much information out there, right? But I had to do the work to go get it. The biggest thing I hope to pass down to Shine is nutrition and the importance of self-awareness in every way. So emotional intelligence and emotional articulation especially is huge. Huge, huge, huge for me. Like right now I ask her, are you okay? As a child, I was told, you're okay, get up. I don't care what, I don't care if I'm watching her laugh. Oh, you fell, are you okay? Like, even if you don't answer me, I'm going to put in, I'm inserting pockets for you to speak about whatever you feel. And that's just gonna grow, right, as she gets older. Food. I was gonna bring them today, but I didn't. I just made these amazing whole wheat, like brown sugar muffins, mini muffins. They're so good. So I'm trying to mimic, the amazing muffins that come in the packages. I bring that up because nutrition. I'm learning how to make candy. I'm learning how to make chips. I don't want to give her any reason, like I don't want to give her right now, while I can help it, a cracked foundation. And I believe the biggest crack in the foundation is nutrition and the frequencies that we put into our body. So we make things together. That is one of the biggest things also I want to pass down, is just like it matters what you eat in every way. It matters, and it matters not to eat processed food. So let's get this rolling. And then outdoors. Go outside. Like whatever she wants to do in life, I know she's going to be phenomenal, right, when she finds her purpose. But don't lose sight of getting fresh air, being in nature, and connecting with yourself in this world.
I love that. Is there anything that you have coming up or that you want to promote to the spillers and let them know that they should be looking out for?
I am going to start working with a protein brand that I actually really believe in. All of my research with their science and the integrity of their protein, the integrity of their supplements, I'm like in awe. Me and my husband have been using it right now, and it's amazing. I found out about them because I knew another woman who did this kind of protein and recharge fuel while she was breastfeeding. And the protein that I was using, Shine actually had an allergy to it. So it was so crazy, synthetic. It's just so synthetic, and it was so, my body actually, there's a lot of protein powders. If for anyone using protein powders, I can't say all, but every single one that I use, guys, 10 plus years of protein powders. I like protein powders. When I can't get all of my meals in, a protein shake helps me.
Yeah.
For all of my years, I just started researching these brands because my daughter is allergic. What's so bad that she's allergic? Then I find out if I'm getting 40 grams of scoop of this protein powder, actually, my body only absorbs like 15 to 20 grams. The rest can actually process in my body because of the different process and synthetic material that they're using.
That's insane.
So this protein brand is, their science backs up that if we're telling you 40 grams of protein,
You're really getting 40
your
grams.
body is going to consume 40 grams of protein. I feel better using it. So I just want to share it. Right now, I'm trying to work on to keep this 20% off, but I think they're going to bring it down to 15 or 10. I don't know. But right now, if you use my code, it's 20% off.
Okay.
I'm really trying to keep this, like, because I you know,
Believe
for
in
all
it,
of
yeah.
my clients, I'm like, you have to take da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to recommend this product. So I'm hoping to give them all 20% because who cannot use 20%? But with Strong, with Legion protein, that is what I'm really, really excited about. And then just new programs releasing on Everything Strong that have complete meal plans and workouts for everyone. And then this thing I've started. Oh my God, I'm super excited about it actually because I've been trying
Sagittarius.
I've been trying it with everyone. Give me your top 10 to 15 products that you use every day. Food, drinks, anything. Snacks, meals, snacks, drinks, all of that. Send me your top 10 to 15 and I will make a complete meal, 7 days, 3 meals a day meal plan with whatever calorie goal with a specific calorie goal for your specific goal. Because people don't realize like what they need. For some people, I need to be in a calorie deficit. They'll eat like 1,100 calories. And I'm just like, that's like a caloric like, what's a Grand
Put
Canyon?
your body into starvation mode.
Yes. What's a Grand Canyon? Like, what is that called?
Depression.
No, depression. Depression. You know, those deep freaking holes in the ground. That's what 1,100. That's what most people do with their bodies when they're in a calorie deficit. It's like ridiculous. So I'm trying to help people. And I'm going to put it in, if they purchase my program, I'm sending them a complete meal plan that is so relative to your real life.
I love that.
Yeah, that's my most exciting thing.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy that you came on and we got to have this little conversation.
Me too.
I love all things mom, all things postpartum, all things strong, badass woman.
Yes.
And thank you guys, as usual, for joining us. The light in me recognizes the light in you. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.